Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. Welcome you all for another session on the Upsurge Club. This time it's going to be a pre-market analysis. Plus, considering we are doing it towards a day end, I am also going to be doing an live market analysis, how the market went through all day. And many of you have said, Shiva, today was the toughest day in my trading career, and I lost a big chunk of money and everything. So, what am I going to do? I will walk you through what has been going through because I was also having a live session with some participants today. So I'm going to be explaining you what are the things which we did pre-market, what exactly happened during the market, and many of you wanted to know, right, how my trading day went ahead. So you're going to be looking at all the details. Before that, I'm Sivakumar Jayachandran. I'm going to be the presenter today. A disclaimer: please understand that whatever the topics which we are going to be discussing, it's all for the educational purposes. In case if you are going to be taking a trade in the option segment or in the futures market, you needed to understand the risk that is involved because there is going to be a large reward, and at the same time there is going to be a large risk also attached to your trading. So with that in mind, let's deep dive into the market. Let me share my screen. Okay, so what is that which you guys have been looking at? This is the market. Anytime when you're looking at it, just don't look at what has happened today. Let's look at what has happened yesterday. Yesterday's market was a perfect one in terms of people who wanted to know how the market would have behaved. It was a perfect sell on rise market. If you'd have seen it in the morning, till around 10, 10:30, 11, the market was in a narrow band. It was trading near to the VWAP and the super trend area. This is the first time wherein you got to see a real fall happen almost from 46,931. It went to 46,500, 400 points in quick time. And the next candle, it went to 46,346. Anybody who would have followed it, you all would be knowing it that it is a perfect two candle theory, gave the perfect breakout, and it was falling on the downside. Every parameter in the book would have given you the move, and you would have continued to take the trade. Only thing is, intraday volatility was pretty high. Currently, what many traders are losing out is when the VIX was around 10, 11, these guys were so used to keeping the stop loss at 10, 20, and 25 points or 30 points that was able to hold it. But currently, this market, unless and until you are having a capacity to have 300 to 400 point stop loss, this is not going to help you at all. This market is going to be literally tough. You need a minimum of 200 to 300 point because in a single candle, you're getting a 300 to 400 point move. It's going to be very tough for you to handle this kind of a volatility. But what has given the data towards the day end, I'm showing it from the OI Pulse chart, it literally closed near to the day's low. Whenever you wanted to do a post-market analysis and getting ready for the expiry, in the OI Pulse, we are given a tool called OI expiry strategy. So normally, beginning of the day, I go and look at this. Where exactly it is closing. Just look at that particular area where exactly it is closing yesterday. That is something which I want you to look at first. If it is closing near to the day's low, if it is closing near to the day's low, this is your last candle. It literally closing near to the 45,700 odd levels. What am I going to do? I'm going to open up from 45,500 to 600, and I'm just choosing all the strikes up to 46,500. Why am I doing it? I needed to know where exactly the sellers are creating the position, where exactly the buyers are exiting or sellers covering the position. Always remember when you're looking at the options market, please do remember to look from a seller's perspective. Why I'm asking you to look from a seller's perspective? Because all these options are being created by the sellers, and these guys are the ones who will determine what is that they wanted to do, whether they wanted to sell it at higher prices or whether they wanted to cover the prices, everything. Don't look at the data for 29th because this is today's data. If you are looking at an expiry day strategy on a Wednesday evening, or like say for example, this month we are having the expiry on Thursday. For other month, we will have the expiries on the Wednesdays, right? So when you're looking at the data on Tuesday evening or Wednesday evening for today's expiry, look at where exactly the things have changed. If this particular last 7 days action, if I'm looking at 46,000 CE, which is the nearby round strike, from 1,200, every day it has been falling steadily. 1,200 was the close, 1,124, 994, 775, 683, 188. Many people would have said this week was the toughest week for the sellers. Yes, if you have been trading on that particular day, the market would have been a tough one. But if you have been a positional seller, if someone who would have sold 46,000 CE beginning of the week, all he needed to do is hold it with conviction, and it has literally coming and closing today at 122. Imagine within a week, You're literally getting 1,100 rupees on this 46,000 alone. Plus, if you're a straddle player, if you're a short straddle player, you're also shorting it on the other side, 46,000 PE, when you know that you are a large player who's going to keep the index steady and then going to get a close near to that 46,000 odd levels, you can clearly sell both. And that's exactly these guys have done it. Yes, if you'd have sold it yesterday, you would have been having a huge volatility because it went from 45 to 310. In fact, today it went to 478 and closing at 5 paise today. That means literally you are getting the entire 478. Beginning of the week, if you'd have sold it, you would have got 173 rupees. So on both, you would have got close to 1,200 to 1,300 odd bucks by end of the expiry. But what has happened? 90% of us or 99% of us who trade intraday, we all look at the data, what we are going to be doing it. Yesterday, when I look at this data, it was a clear move on the downside. Why I say it's a downside? We have a thumb rule. Whenever the market falls more than 50% on the downside, with more than 50% increase on the OI, that means it's a clear short build-up. That particular side, you can expect the market to do some more fall. Okay, so what beginning of the day we did? We went on the put side to buy. So call is clearly giving me a sell. That means the call, we can go for a sell. At the same time, look at what has happened here. When the sellers are creating more positions here, because from 4 lakh it gone to 24 lakhs, the sellers are covering the position on the other side. You always needed to look at when sellers are squaring off or covering their positions on the call side, whether they are adding the positions on the other side. It's a vice versa, right? In this scenario, sellers added more positions here, sellers covering the positions here. How do we know that the sellers are covering? When the OI is reducing, price has been moving out significantly higher. From 35% negative, the next day it went up to 200%. That means something which went and closed on 102 on Wednesday, the Tuesday evening, went to 310 yesterday. In fact, the day's high was 390. Now, you can clearly see what has happened here. Yesterday, the sellers covering the position, sellers adding the position. That's the reason in the morning when the market opened today, I'll just show you our opening trade where exactly we went. So our opening trade was on the put side. So initially we were looking to short the market, and right at the opening minute, we started to buy. We did not buy the OTM. We just went in the money strikes. So we went and bought some strikes here and there from 300 and 400 odd levels to 300. We started to buy. And then look at this 46 100. Look at the way it moved. And all these trades were like in a quick scalps. So if you look at it, all the trades, whatever that we bought, it got sold in the opening minute. Again, we bought it. Again, we sold it. It was all like in a small trades which we were taking in the morning, purely because the market was not giving you any momentum. Now, when was the time wherein we entered literally on the first call side? You could see there would be one call trade which we would have taken at around 10 o'clock. Till 950 odd levels, we were playing only on the put side. It is a sell on rise market. What made me to go on the 10 o'clock candle on the upside? If you look at it, two consecutive candles, this is a two candle theory which you guys will be learning in my mentoring program. So if you look at it, there has been a volume here close to 36 and 46, and this one is 57. This one is again a 55, a perfect two candle theory. RSI is good and the OI is falling. And the most important thing, all my indicators are below. It is currently trading on the upside. I went on the third candle. The only problem which happened here, I'll just show you the trending OI data, why my trade failed on that one. If you look at this data, earlier we had only trending OI without the price action. Now we are giving you the trending OI data with the price action. Today was like one tricky day, even for the best of traders. Why I would say that? Not very often you will see so much of trending OI. That means the OI or the writers moving from one direction to another within 45 minutes. Beginning of the day, they were bearish. Yes, they were bearish till 9:45. 10 o'clock, they were bullish. That means, how do I know that it is bullish? Because the OI on the call side reduced significantly, OI on the put side increased significantly. This is a clear sign I needed to change direction. Not only me, everybody would have thought the writers are covering the position on the call side. Now it is time for us to move on the put side as a writer. That's the play that they did it. We all went on the call side to buy. What has happened in the next few minutes? We lost big money because it quickly gave us a profit. But if I wanted to do another trade, entered, it went all the way to 260, 250 odd levels, and we kept our stop loss at 223. And look at the timings here. We went at 10:05, 10:06. By 10:07, the same candle, it is also going towards 223, 100 or points. This particular candle, I just show you the candle as well. 10:07. This is a candle. It completely caught us off the guard. So from a profit of 30, 40K, my M2M immediately slipped into close to 1 lakh loss. Why? Purely because we went with the data. But what is that which I was telling the team also? Positionally, these guys are still on a sell mode. It was a mistake on my side. I should have waited because it is similar to yesterday's pattern. I'll just add show the positional data, then you will get to understand. Look at the positional data. Can you see what has happened in the positional data? Positional data is still bearish. That means someone was taken the position yesterday. These guys were literally looking, Shiva, I just wanted you guys to bring the market up. You guys exactly did it. Now I will do the shorting from the higher level. Even we got an AI signal coming here. The signal got violated. If you'd have been just taking a trade quickly, entering and exit, you would have got the results. But if you'd have been holding it even for a few minutes, the market literally tracked, taking 100 to 200 points on your stop losses. The biggest problem happened from there. Okay, many traders after this kind of a move, they all thought that the market is going to be bearish, including me, because we all thought that the market is going to be a bearish because the bearishness is all set in here. Positional play is still there. Only intraday they made the change. But immediately, what has happened here? They started to add positions. Started to add positions not only on the call side, they started to add positions both on the call and the put. So from here, it has been a struggle to recover it. So again, we went on the put side. You can clearly see it. So puts again was trying to take a move, and then it is not giving me the like in a large move. I have to quickly scalp. All my scalps, if you'd have seen it, some trades we would have been going on the momentum. Guys, this is how not only you needed to average it when it is going down, you needed to average it when it is going up as well. That's a pyramiding. When you're doing a pyramiding, keep a range. If you're averaging it from 330, your median is 330, go up to 300 on the downside, 360 on the upside, keep a target as 380 and then stop loss at 280. So you will have a median and you will be able to place it in that play. So we started buying from 330, went all the way to 350, 360 odd levels. And then once it went above the 360 odd levels, we started to trade and then exited the position. Again, we entered on the same put because by the time it quickly went, it went to 432. As a trader, I needed to chase the momentum. We again started to chase it. We sold it at 425. Again started to chase it. We were playing in the round strikes because of that. Now, this particular trade, we got into a trap again. It started to fall from 400 to 300 odd levels. Again, it came towards the 360, 370 once. We quickly entered. We had close to 1,000, 2,000 odd quantities. We entered, exited. Look at the moves happening. Today was very volatile. 1024, something which was trading close to 315. By 1027, it is at 360, 370 odd levels. This is crazy moves which is there happening. And if you'd have been scalping, as we have been doing it today, on the call side, one trade took away completely. Next, we went on the right side, took the direction, played it, and then made money, and then closed this account. So this is how my morning trades played out. So morning, by around 10, 10:30, we were done. Okay. Beyond that, what we did, we were just analyzing the data. We were looking at the data. The data was still bearish. Why I say the data is still bearish? The call side OI is still higher compared to the put side OI. So when did the change really happen? If you look at it at around 1 o'clock, the bullishness started to come in. How do I know that it is market is getting bullish? Because the call side OI is significantly reducing from 2.5 went to 2 and then 1.8 crore. But on the put side, it moved from 1.5 to 2 crore, 2.4 crore. Guys, again, remember, this is intraday data. What we are looking at, also the positional data. When I look at the positional data, it is the OI, what has been created yesterday and today of these strikes. We have chosen 7 strikes above and below from at the money. That has given us significant results. So we have taken it. Still, when we are adding the positional data, it was still showing me the bearishness. So that is the reason the market was playing in a sideways day. After this, if it is like in trying to make a bull run, it was not able to do it. When exactly the bull run started? 1 o'clock, 12:45 to 1 for intraday. Even here, it was just making a small move. This is when we went on the trade. Again, what I was expecting is I thought the market is going to be making another round of a fall. So if you look at it, this particular account, we started to trade from 11 o'clock. Yes, I'll just show you that. Okay, so we started to trade this once we closed at 1 lakh. We started to trade this account at 11 o'clock because I was there in the session. So we started to buy the puts at every rise, but we were playing deep in the money. And you can clearly see I was just doing a scalping, buying it at 300, 400 odd levels, quickly scalping for 20, 30 points, again buying it, again scalping for 20, 30 points. We made a decent amount of like in 20, 30K. Then what happened? One particular candle literally shook us off. Which was the candle? This was the one. This happened at 12:42. The data was positionally bearish. That's the reason we were trying to add more positions here. Just look at this particular candle. What has happened? First and foremost, 11:54, we made a big loss on the put side from 380. It went to 340 odd levels. 20, 30K loss happened. The next big problem happened on this particular one, which is a 12:39. I'll show you 12:39 what has happened there. So we started to buy well before that on the call side because we were expecting the move to be happening. But our positions got squared off by 12:25. Okay, at the like in a trailing stop loss, whatever that we placed, it got trailed and then like in squared off at around 300, 309, and so on. Then we immediately started to buy the puts because it was coming near to this area, this particular candle, and then the fall was starting to happen here, and it is playing near the super trend was above. All my parameters, including the positional trending OI data, everything was bearish. I took a trade here thinking that there might be a fall. Now, what has happened? Out of the blue, when we bought 46,200 at 380 odd levels, just look at this. We had to square off our position within no time, within 3 minutes, 340. From 380, it quickly went to 340. And not only that, again started to buy that, thinking that it is going to give us a move 1240. This is the one which literally shook us off. From 362, we kept close to 100 rupees stop loss in a market when there is a huge move happening like today. We just needed to keep a large stop loss. Unfortunately, all in 1 minute, 1242, something which was trading at 362, next minute 100-point stop loss is gone. By the time you blink, it is gone. But good thing is we placed the stop loss, otherwise it would have been a very tough one. So all the stop losses, whatever that we were trying to firefight and everything, it is all went into futile. This particular trade resulted in a 3 to 4 lakh loss. So from almost profit of 20, 30,000, it went to a loss of close to 3 lakh on this particular trade. Okay, so it quickly gone. Okay, I understood. That's it. It is gone. And it is like in the beginning of the day wherein we needed to be staying light. Now, the next savior comes somewhere around like in a 120 to 130 odd time, wherein we bought the calls now, 46,000 calls. The reason for me to go on the call side at around 120, if you look at it, when there is a momentum, two candle theory is getting formed, 112, 115. There is one small here, like an around 28K. But whenever there is a first and the third candle with the volume, with all our parameters intact, I will normally go. And plus, the trending OI data also at that time started to become bullish more. Okay, though it is, look at this, it is starting to fall, it is starting to increase. This is the kind of day wherein we can't miss it. The real confirmation came after 130, 145. That's when I took a strong trade on the upside. So around 145, if you look at it, this is the area wherein we started to buy pretty aggressively. Once the put buy, a small put, and then the call buy happened here. This is the momentum trade. So we started to buy from 316, 290, 305, all the way up to like in 300 odd levels, playing that median, started to trade at 298, again entered at 300 because it quickly hit our trailing stop loss, entered on the 300 move, bought it again at lower levels because the data has turned by this time completely bullish. How do I know that it is bullish? Chart is also saying it is bullish. It is staying above the VWAP territory and then the super trend. It took a perfect super trend support after the two candle theory. Next, even the OY data, you can clearly see after this, the data changed drastically. From bearish, the positional data changed bullish. Intraday data was already bullish. Positional data also became very bullish. That means OI on the call side has significantly reduced, OI on the put side significantly increased for all these strikes. And most importantly, we are playing in the money strikes at that time. Now, what has happened here? 270, and look at the move here. If one candle on the downside can take you 100 points away, another candle can give you 100 or 80 odd points on the upside in the next 1 minute. That's exactly happened. We bought it at 158 when the super trend support came in. 159, it gave us the move. It gave us a good cushion, recovered the entire loss on that particular trade. From there, it is like more like in a buy on dips kind of a market form. Yes, we would have played on some trades here and there, but as a scalper, I really enjoyed because by the time I completed the session, it was around 233. And then this is when the real trades came in because I was at around 40 or 50K. The real move came in after 250, right? What was the trade here? I took on the both call and the put quickly. As scalper needed to be on the toes, right? That's exactly what we did it here. So here, this particular candle, the 251, we took it when the market is trying to fall because it was having a couple of resistance. This is the support line which we have drawn for the day. And just look at the support. It clearly like respected the support here. It clearly took the resistance here. This, once they were not able to break it a couple of times, we were starting to enter on this candle and it quickly gave me the rewards on this one. So we started to buy at around 180, 190, and then 180. Again, we started to sell some quantity. And again, we started to buy because the momentum was there. A quick move, close to 200 to 3,000. Again, 15, 20 points, everything in the same minute. When the volatility is there, try to trail it and exit the position. Don't leave an open position. That's when you will be getting into the stuff. So this really gave me a good opportunity between the 250 to 3 o'clock. Usually, I'll ask small traders to avoid if someone who is not comfortable with the volatility. If you're an experienced player who wanted to quickly get in the same minute, 53 we entered, 54 we are out. Look at that, almost 20, 30 rupees. If you are like in playing for 2,000, 3,000 quantity in quick time, you will be able to get that move and then you quickly needed to exit the position. That's the most important thing. And then we started to make trades here. And towards the late end, I also made a small trade on the call side because it is coming near to the perfect VWAP support. So today's day, if you'd have been scalping, all you needed to do is wait for the right resistance level, wait for the right support levels. This is the first time after the two candle theory, it took a perfect support and then perfect support here. And then you just needed to make money, get out of it, and then stay light. That's at 3 o'clock, 3:10 by 3. I think I'm done with the trades. Whatever the move which was there, we completely closed it from almost 50K, went into a negative of 3 lakhs, went into a positive of 3 lakhs. It's been a crazy roller coaster ride. Now, what is that which we can expect for tomorrow? Look at this daily chart. That is going to be a start of a new series. Whenever we have seen a big move happening in the February series, in the March series, you normally try to get some kind of a correction happening. Moreover, you will see profit booking happening due to redemptions and everything. It's a year end. Some of them would be doing the tax planning and other things. And moreover, there will be an advance tax which needed to be paid by 15th. So all those things will be happening and you will see a lot of redemptions happening in the first 2 weeks. So you might get to see some correction provided global markets are going to be on that particular order. In fact, if the global markets are going to be giving some positive cues, the way the crypto has been rallying in the last 1 week, it's kind of crazy. So we will see whether we will be getting that kind of a move in the equity space as well. But what is going to be important? Bank Nifty is clearly the underdog here. These guys are not able to move it higher because of HDFC Bank. If you look at HDFC Bank, it was just holding the 1,400 by a skin of its teeth because it went below the 1,400 mark. Somehow it was able to close that 1,408. It's going to be a very critical level for HDFC Bank in the upcoming month. If it is going to be falling below the 1400, it can easily can crack another 100, 200 points. So watch out for that one. This is going to be big. And that particular index, which is the biggest one, is not able to carry the Bank Nifty on the upside. In spite of ICICI, Kotak, Axis, SBI, everybody is pushing it. Still, we would need the HDFC Bank also to support to take this market to all-time high. Though the Nifty went a couple of times to all-time high, Bank Nifty is struggling. It's not even able to cross that 50-day moving average. Now it is well below the 50 and the 20-day moving average, closer to the 200-day moving average. Earlier, we had a couple of instances wherein they went near to the 200-day moving average, and luckily for them, the move happened. The beginning of the series, you got a big move. This was the last series first day. On 25th, they were able to close above the the 200-day moving average. Next day, we had a big gap up. Let's hope tomorrow we have a big gap up, taking it above this 20-day moving average and heading towards the 50-day moving average. If not, this is going to be broken this time, and it might start to fall all the way up to that 44,500, and we might get 43,500 as well eventually. But it all going to be depending upon how HDFC Bank is going to be faring. Coming to Nifty's play tomorrow, it is now trading between the 20-day and the 50-day moving average. Yesterday was the first time they broke it and then went successfully lower. A couple of times they made it, but they were able to take it above that level in quick time. But first time they're closing it well below that level. Now, in case if they're going to be making a move towards the 50-day moving average, then all hell will break loose towards 21,500. And if that is also gone, we might get a big move towards the 21,000. But there is a big clue which I will give you. Every year, at least once, our market goes near to the 200-day moving average, touches it, especially the Nifty 50. Every year. Okay, so let's see whether Nifty 50 is going to be doing it in the month of March or it is going to be doing it sometime later. People who are expecting it, just look at the 200-day moving average. It is close to 20,000 odd levels. So a 2,000 point correction is very much possible because based on the history, every year we have seen too many, at least once, the 200-day moving average is getting tested. So many people will be thinking that, in Shiva, should I be requiring to look at so many analysis for the day to take a trade? Yes, there are quite a few points, but once you are getting into the habit, then you will all be able to make it pretty quick. Okay, so initially, yes, it'll be a problem, but down the line, you all will be able to make it once you understand. We have posted a lot of videos actually. And one more thing, we are also coming up with a mentoring program, which I've tied up with the live classes with the Upsurge as well, which is starting next week. Okay, so it's a 12-day program. So it is priced at 18,999. The starting date is March 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 11th, 12th, 27th, 28th, and April 1st, 2nd, and 4th and 5th. The session timings, couple of sessions, we will have it at 8:30 to 3:30 because we will do the morning analysis, prepare ourselves for the expiry. Other days, the sessions will be at 10:30 to 3. And most importantly, what are the things you will learn? You will learn a lot of things about that. And we have also shared some of the content, the pre-mentoring contents already in the WhatsApp group and also for the people here. So those who wanted it, you can download it and then see what are the content which we are going to be giving it to the pre-mentoring participants. And the live sessions will have different topics, and we will be covering a lot of strategies during that sessions. We have given the complete glimpse on what are the things which is going to be included. Any questions, you can also look at it. Plus, what is going to be interesting is this particular session, it's all going to be in the live market, and all the sessions will be in English. We will be providing the recordings for 90 days after the session. We will also be providing you a daily synopsis of the sessions. That is going to be helpful to you to keep it. Even if you wanted to recollect some of the things which has happened, you will be able to do it. So all these things have been planned, and make use of that because this is going to be the only mentoring sessions which we have planned it. Guys, unfortunately, I may not be able to speak in Hindi. Otherwise, I would be totally happy to do a session in Hindi. But please pardon me that I can't speak since I've been grown in the southern states. I didn't learn Hindi. So that's the reason, in spite of many people asking me, please speak in Hindi, I can't. Okay. Don't worry about that. In the mentoring program, we will ensure that the content is taken in a slow manner. Since this is a session wherein in YouTube, I wanted you guys to understand it within a short time frame, how you would have played it and how we would have played it as a scalper. So as a scalper, if you look at my trades today, literally we would have taken like close to 2000 quantity here, 7830. And I don't think without one click, I would have been able to take so many trades. With one click, we have integrated with various brokers and we were able to take quick trades. In spite of we losing it, this quantity, look at this. I don't think any manual trader without this, they would be able to take so many quick trades in a quick time. And most importantly, we were able to trail it using our trailing stop loss methods and then the M2M stop loss method, whatever that we have it, we use it to trail it. So to know more about OI Pulse and one click, you can just register to OI Pulse. And then we also have a trial plan. So do try it out, both one click and OI Pulse. You will be able to integrate with several brokers. And most importantly, when you're registering for the Upsurge, in the same YouTube link, we have given the subscription details. You can go through that in the details below the description. Just watch out for the description. And one more thing, don't miss to look out the data in case if you're trying to follow both Upsurge and us, please do follow it both on the YouTube. And we also have the YouTube link and then the Twitter and the Telegram link, official links. You can join from this. Okay. In the OI Pulse website, we have given it. And someone who's looking for the OI Pulse and one click subscription, I would expect you all to reach out to our support at oipulse.com. And as a complimentary offer, all of you, whoever wanting to willing to use and subscribe OI Pulse, please use the promo code Shiva OI25, wherein you will get 25% off on the OI Pulse subscriptions if you are buying it today. So all you needed to do is just go into the OI Pulse plans page, click on the annual plan, use the promo code Shiva OI25, and you will be able to get a 25% discount on this. Okay, so that can be done. The same can be applied for the one click as well. On the top right, you have a one click and you can just click on the plans page. Here we have a lot of brokers whom we can integrate, including the done. So you can integrate any broker, just choose that particular broker. We have given a video how you needed to add the client ID and tag the client ID. Once you add it, that's it. All you needed to do is just beginning of the day, generate the token, click on the play button, and then you can start trading. It will automatically open up a window. All you needed is just enable the one click and then use the arrow keys to enter, exit, do whatever the magic you wanted to do it in the market. So one thing I would say, one click is totally different from your trading terminal because here the stop losses that you said, it is going to be on the local desktop, not on the broker server. And most importantly, you will be able to trail it in a quick fashion. Okay, that is something. Once you saw some videos on the one click, you will get to know. Many people who wanted to know, you will be able to understand that. I hope today's quick analysis of the market and also what you can expect for tomorrow, I've shared it. So considering it's a beginning of the new series, please be very careful because March has not been a good month for the bulls, especially when the new high is being created. Nifty made a new high in February. Whenever there is a new all-time high is getting created in Nifty, we have always had a very bad month in March, maybe like an 1,000 to 2,000 point correction. So let's hope that is not going to be the case. But in case if it falls, I'm not going to be worried because as a scalper, you needed to be prepared to go and take a trade on both the direction based on the trend that is available. So we are just going to be quickly taking the trade, whatever that is there, and we will be taking the moves as well. Okay. Thank you, guys, and looking forward to seeing you all in the mentoring program. Guys, this particular trades, we needed to showcase some of the trades for the live participants today, how the tool works and everything. That's the reason we have taken like a lot of trades today. So if you have seen it, some of these are like, say, for example, if I wanted to show you some trade, I will just show you a quick move in how you will be able to take 1 lakh. These are like in some trades wherein you just needed to quickly take it. Imagine I wanted to take some 500 quantities in one go or 150 lots. We do the slicing and everything. What we normally do is, in case if you're trying to take a place, just see the order book here. I'll just place an order. Since the market is closed, we will try to place an order. Anyway, it is going to be getting rejected. 150 lots. This means that you will be buying 2,250 quantities at one go. And if I'm using a buy button, just see my buy button. I'll just show you this. I just look at this. I'm just using the buy buttons to add the positions, and exchange status is not after hours, right? So that's the reason it's clearly not showing up. In case during the market, when I needed to show you, I'll show you the live trades. It'll automatically show you how many positions which we have taken and everything. So get ready for that. And you guys are going to be enjoying it once you start using it. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
guys.
for
And
thank,
Shub, thank you so much. And looking forward to like and seeing all the participants during the Upsurge mentoring program.
thank you so for this amazing session, sir. And in fact, I feel many of the viewers have enjoyed this session. So those who have enjoyed this session completely should like the video. That helps us, and that actually motivates us to bring more such people, more such mentors to you guys. And also, sir, there is one question that how do you understand and analyze when there is so much of data?
Okay. So only thing is initially, yes, even we found it difficult. Shub. Only thing I focus currently on 4 5 tabs. Beginning of the day, you needed to know what time, what data to look for. If you look at it, even though I have opened so many tabs, I normally look at only the option chain page, the option chart page during the day to know whether the OI is moving higher along with the price or OI is falling and the price is moving higher. Today, look at the volatility here. When the market went and then came back lower, it took a support at that VWAP level. So all you needed to do is watch out for a few charts, which is going to be helpful to you. I normally watch, I'll tell you the charts which I watch, the option chart, the option premium chart on expiry date, the trending wave, the price action, especially the price action gives us a clue which side the OI and the price is moving higher or lower, how the sellers are adding positions, whether the sellers are covering the positions or adding the position. And then probably like and I might look at the chart to see whether there is an AI signal which is getting generated. Once all that is taken care, a quick analysis, looking at the global markets, what is the picture? When I look at the global markets, I will get a complete glimpse. What is Dow is doing? Dow was around 100 points in the negative. Considering our markets as an expiry, they did a completely a different load in the last 2 hours. Otherwise, you normally see whatever the markets, the global markets are doing, our markets also will follow suit. Plus the VIX. VIX, you can always track it whether the when the market is moving higher, whether the VIX is falling or moving higher. If the market is moving higher and the VIX is falling, that's a bullish sign. If the market is moving higher and the VIX is also going higher, then that is a bearish sign. So get ready to short it as well. So these are some of the data points which we will be covering in the mentoring program also to know how quickly you will be able to analyze and take a scalp, or you can do an intraday trades as
Amazing, sir. Amazing. Actually, a lot of students, those who have enrolled in your mentorship session, are also there in this live session. So they
well.
are
Oh,
eagerly waiting for your session to start on Monday. So those
perfect.
who haven't enrolled can definitely look out for this mentorship program, which is of 12 days, where Siva sir himself will take you through the entire live market sessions and train you to how to do option scalping, and with his strategy, you will definitely be able to cover all your invest. Consider this as an investment, which you will be able to cover in a month or two with his strategies.
Guys, the most important thing is the learning. And first and foremost, as Shub pointed out, it's going to be 12 days of live learning. Why I do a live session? Because I can easily do it the post market hours. We can do a recorded session. What you do, what you're going to be getting in the live market is the practical experience. Theory is going to be different. Practical is going to be different. Imagine if you're like an attending a chemistry class. If I'm going to be telling you this particular formula with this, you're going to be getting this color. But when you're reading it, you will really like and really give that color. But when you go into the chemistry lab and when you add the chemicals, then you get to see that the color changes when the potassium magnate mixes with the other elements, how the color changes, how the bubbles form. That gives you like a clear clue that it goes into your mind also. That's exactly what we are trying to do it in the mentoring program. We will create the atmosphere in such a way that how you needed to play in those scenarios. I will be risking my capital to show you the live trades. So we will have the learning and also the live trading experience so that you will get to know how the options market is going to be behaving. And most importantly, don't think that once the session is over, I'm just going to be becoming the next Shiva. Shiva took several years to where he is. And similarly, you will also be able to take it once you guys are able to cover some of these topics and take it slowly. Okay.
Thank you, sir. I am also definitely looking out for this session. I think it's going to be an amazing one. Thank you, sir, for this amazing session for today. Thank you, sir. We'll try to host one more live for you soon.
Thank you. Thank you, Shubh, and thanks, Upsurge team. See you guys pretty soon. Bye.